everyone, today's mastery objective is I can use a written method to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. I will do this by using a written method. I know I have met the objective when I can correctly add 2 out of 2 fractions within word problems on the exit ticket. The first one for A says 1/2 plus 2/3. Well, I noticed that the denominators are different, so I know that I need to find a common denominator in order to add these. I'm going to start by listing my multiples of 2 because 2 is my first denominator, this one here. So I'm going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. It's good to do about 5 of the first 5 multiples, but if you don't see one, you can always do more. The next denominator is 3, so we're going to do 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Now I'm going to look at both lists and see which number I see in both lists first. I'm looking and I notice that 6 is in both lists. So 6 is going to be my common denominator. 1/2, I'm going to rewrite using 6. Well, I notice 2 times 3 equals 6. So I'm going to multiply the top by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6, which makes sense because 1 is half of 2 and 3 is half of 6. See, let's do 2/3 now. I want to once again make my denominator 6 because the 6 is what was circled over here. 3 times 2 equals 6. So 2 times 2 equals 4. 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6. So I'm going to be adding now 3/6 plus 4/6. And remember, my denominator tells me how many parts are in each whole. So I'm not going to add my denominator. I'm going to keep that the same, saying that in each whole, there's still 6 parts. I'm now going to add the numerator. 3 parts plus 4 parts equals 7 parts. So I can see that 3/6 plus 4/6 equals 7/6, which is equal to 1 whole, which is 6/6, and 1 leftover part to get to 7/6. My answer is 1 and 1/6. Let's move on to part B. So with B, we see it's 1/3 plus 3/4. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make a list of the first 5 multiples of 3, which is 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. And then we're going to make the next list of multiples of 4, which is 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Let's see which number is first in both lists. I notice that, let's see, 12 looks like it's the first number in both lists. So we're going to rewrite 1/3 as an equivalent fraction of 12ths. Let's see, 3 times 4 equals 12, and 1 times 4 equals 4. So 1/3 is equal to 4/12. Use a different color here. Now we have 3/4, and we're going to rewrite this as 12ths again. 4 times 3 equals 12. So I'm going to multiply my numerator times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3/4 is equivalent to 9/12. So we have 4/12 plus 9/12. And remember, the 12 tells us how many pieces are in one whole. So there's still 12 pieces in one whole. We just need to add the numerators. 4 parts plus 9 parts is 13 parts. 13/12, well, 13 is bigger than 12, so we know we have at least one whole, which is 12/12. We need one more part to get to 13/12. So that's 1 part out of 12. 1 and 1/12. For C, let's see, we have 4/5 minus 1/3, so we're subtracting this time. Let's make our first list with 5 multiples of 5. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then our next list is going to be the first 5 multiples of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Let's use another color to decide what number is first in both lists. I see that that is, it's like 15 is the first number in both lists. So we know we're going to rewrite each of these fractions using a denominator of 15. 4/5 is equal to how many 15ths? Well, 5 times 3 equals 15. So we're going to multiply the numerator times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So we have 12 fifteenths for the first one. And now let's see, 1/3. I'm going to rewrite this in fifteenths. Well, 3 we need to multiply by 5. By 5 to get to 15. So we're going to multiply the numerator by 5. My really bad arrow. 1 times 5 is 5. So we have 12 fifteenths. We're subtracting this time. 12 fifteenths minus 5 fifteenths. Remember, the 15 tells us how many parts are in one whole, so the 15 stays the same. We still have 15 parts for each whole, but now we're subtracting 12 parts. Take away 5 parts, that's only 7 parts left. So we have 7 fifteenths. One more problem. 7/8 minus 2/4. So we're going to list our multiples of 8. We have 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. Now we're going to list our first 5 multiples of 4, which is 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Use another color to see which number is first in both lists. It looks like that is actually 8, which is super helpful because 7/8 is all 8 in eighths. So 7/8, if we're rewriting this in eighths, 7/8, we just have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 1, which is the same number we started with, 7/8. We're going to do the same thing with 2/4 now. 2/4 is equivalent to how many eighths? Well, let's see. 4 times what equals 8? That's 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So we have 7/8 minus 4/8. Remember, we're subtracting again. 7/8 minus 4/8. The 8 stays the same because that tells us how many parts are in one whole. 7 parts minus 4 parts means we have 3 parts left. So 3/8 is our answer.